Okay, it is the afternoon of Monday, March the 22nd. We're going to look at some percent concentration problems. So what is percent concentration? Well, percent concentration is something you'd find in the supermarket for certain items. Like if you buy hydrogen peroxide in a bottle, it's not everything in that bottle that's hydrogen peroxide. It's only 3%, or for every 100 milliliters, 3 milliliters of that's hydrogen peroxide, and the rest is water. So this is a solution. Acetic acid, aka vinegar, is the same. Vinegar is just a 5% solution of acetic acid in water. So for every 5 milliliters of water, there's 100 mils total. So the other 95 milliliters is water. So how can we have these solutions? We can have mass over volume, which would be grams over milliliters. We could have volume over volume total. So what that means is the solute is your smaller amount. So let's say you have 10 mils of a substance, and your denominator is the total. So it's the solvent plus the solute. It's not like that in mass per volume, but it is in volume for volume. So if you had 10 mils of a substance and 90 mils of water, it would be 10 over 90 plus 10. Mass per mass is the same. So we can have a solution like concrete, and it's the mass of the solute over the mass of the solvent plus solute total. So mass total. Remember, masses are in grams, so grams, grams. Volumes are in milliliters, milliliters, milliliters. Here's the flow chart that you use to solve this. So you always have your solute in either grams or milliliters, your solvent total if you're using volume per volume or mass per mass, or just your volume if it's a mass per volume, equals x over 100. X is your percent. So if they ever say percent in the question, like 30%, 30 goes here. Okay, percent means per 100. So if you use this flow chart, you can solve any problem. Remember, units are important. So if they give you something in liters, you've got to convert it to milliliters. If they give you something in kilograms, you've got to convert it to grams. Let's try a few questions here. So 20 grams of propanol is added to 80 grams of water. What is the percent concentration of the solution? So the first part is always to write down solute over solvent equals x over 100. So you're solving for percent, so you're solving for x. Now, this is a mass per mass, so they give you grams and grams. It's a mass per mass, so you need your solute on the top, and on the bottom, you're going to need your total. So it's going to be 80 plus 20 is 100. So what we have is we've got 20 over 100 equals x over 100. Cross multiply, so multiply both sides by 100 to get rid of the 100. I always just say cross multiply. I say move the 100 up there and multiply. So what you're going to get is x equals 20%. I think for people having missed some math last semester potentially, that this might be the toughest part, manipulating the formula. But basically, if a number's on this side and you want to isolate the x, if it's on the bottom on this side, it goes to the top and it becomes multiplication. 10 grams of NaCl is added to 100 mils of water. Now, this one here is a mass per volume. So in that case, it's not the total on the bottom, it is just the amount of solvent on the bottom. So if it's a mass per volume, you don't add the two numbers together. If it's a volume per volume or a mass per mass, you add the numbers together on the bottom. So it's 10 over 100 equals x over 100. To get rid of this 100, multiply both sides by 100. X is equal to 10%. So x is always in percentage. And percentage means per 100. So it literally means per 100. how much solvent, so now we're solving for solvent. How much solvent is needed to make a 10% mass per volume solution if you have 20 grams of solute? Let's put everything in that we know. We've got 20 grams of solute. We're solving for solvent. We've got 10% over 100. Okay, now if you ever want to solve for something and it's on the bottom, nifty little trick, just flip both sides of the equation. So its solvent is now on the top. Now we want to get rid of this 20 because we want to isolate the solvent. So we're going to multiply both sides by 20. So 100 times 20 divided by 10 is going to be 200. So it says it's a mass per volume question, so this is a volume. It's 200 mils is the amount of solvent.